One of the things I always wondered out loud to myself, I said, I wonder if the United Nations is going to tell the world they created the gang situation in Haiti so they can have an excuse for them to go extract Haitian resources, for them to have an excuse to go rape, for them to have an excuse to go organ harvesting, for them to have an excuse to go do straight extraction of the land, and for them to, above all, to move their fucking ass in it and to use up everything. I wonder if they ever gonna tell the planet that. That's one thing I never seen them tell. You know, we have the whole Madame Laline. She created G Force 9. She's the one that federated the gangs. She was right there at the United Nations saying she federated the gangs over there. Um, she was right there at the United Nations saying that the gangs were giving her security. I don't know how everybody forgot that part. You literally had a woman at the United Nations that wasn't Haiti saying that the gangs give her security, that she works with the gangs. The very same gangs that they're claiming they're going to go to stop their whole shenanigan. But I'm like, I don't know if it's just me. I'm like, they're the creative people. It's not the gang situation. The insecurity is a program. Secure insecurity. There's nothing natural about the insecurity over there. It's programmed. It's coordinated. And here's why it's coordinated in this program. One, you got people that are craving the country. They want the land. They've always wanted the land. They crave the resources. The very unfortunate part is not their country. That's just it. It's not their country. We have people screaming, shareholders. Shareholders of what? I'm still trying to figure out how you shareholder. What share do you have? Who gave you their ancestor share of the loot? I mean, it's bad enough you guys are robbing the place, extracting the resource. The part that we can't forgive is the part where y'all doing human organ extraction. People, y'all create this situation, this chaos, massive human organ trafficking going on when the United Nations is there. Are they going to talk about their ties with this stuff? Are they going to talk about their relationship with the gangs? The gangs are protecting them. They live in enclaves. People don't realize that there's a buffer between the population and the foreigners that have moved in. How did they do this? When you have the most powerful military, and then you have an organization masquerading, masquerading, sounding like it's about human rights. That's a good mask to put on to go commit massive human right violation. One of the major human right violation, they told them not to bring their tail over there. They don't do about human rights. You should listen to the humans. They said don't bring your tail over there, but you still gonna bring your tail over there because you have to do extraction. People love resource they don't pay for to run their companies on. That's the most desirable thing. A place that they can go hold up with guns. A place that they can kill the people without any check and balance. That's really what's been going on here now. Let's keep it 1,000 what they've been doing over there. You know, I mean, they go in there, they run the damn place, they turn it into an open air prison, literally an open air prison. All the foreigners have unchecked power. The people have no power whatsoever. No empowerment of the people. No empowerment of the institution of the place. None of that. It is very humorous to me that the architect of the chaos is saying it is the savior. I like, if they were going to save that damn place, they would have saved that damn place. Do y'all know how many times they've been there? They had one mission. They were there for a long time. They have stolen a whole century from this nation that they can't give back. Every time an intervention is done, the place is kicked back in development. They go in there, there won't be anything left. I don't think there'll be a nation once they go back in there. Because the real agenda is to make the country disappear. That's the real agenda here. Is to wipe it off the map. That's the real agenda. The real agenda is to colonize the place. The real agenda is to take the resource and exterminate the people and take the land. That's the real agenda. There's no other agenda here. That is their real agenda. Now they can masquerade it like they're coming to help. They're not coming to help. They're coming to dismantle the experiment. They're coming to be overlords. They're coming for the resource and they're coming for the land. That is the real mission, people. There's no other mission here. They're not coming for security. How are they coming for security? They're the one that created the insecurity. This is a fabricated insecurity. You see them hooping and hollering on stage. That place the most. No, it's not dangerous. It's dangerous because you guys put the danger there. So you can have a mask to put on your face. Everybody see you. You over there, Pegasus. Do people realize that the word Pegasus, that's the horse of death? That's what they planning. The extinction of a nation. The the erasure of a people. That is what they're planning here. This is what the world signed up to when the world is cheering them on. They don't understand the dark, the, the, the real agenda, the dark agenda. They can't tell the world this is the real agenda on the table. There is no other agenda. It is to get rid of this nation and its people. And it is to move in and to kick them off the land that their ancestors fought for, fair and square, land that's rightfully theirs. That is the real agenda. There is no other agenda here. We're not fooled by them. We've been down this rabbit hole many times with them. We see everything they're doing. We know what their real agenda is. No one is fooled by, oh, we coming. Coming to do what? Save what? How are you coming to save when you're the root cause of the problem? When you just keep meddling nonstop? Can a meddler that create the chaos to come loot be the solution? I'm like, this ain't nothing but extraction. They kick their asses out of Africa and they bleeding for resources. So what they do? They look for a small little place that's full of resources for them to go do extraction. That's all this shit is. All of these intervention is extraction of resources. Nothing more, people. Not just extraction of resources. I mean, it is so savagely done. You can see they laying down the groundwork for straight colonization. What are they doing? These people, why these people that had homes that took them 10, 20, 30, 50 years to build, why the international had these homes burned by their paramilitaries? Oh yeah, the same people that they're claiming are the problem. How did they become the problem? They were empowered and they were given guns and weaponry. None of the guns and none of the weaponry was made on that terrain. But the people that put the guns and the bullets in their hands are coming to save the place. Give me a effing break here, man. Let's stop playing these little stupid games here. I mean, the architect is coming to save us. It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh no, it's the predators. Shit, the super predators are coming in, and the super predators are the savior. Ooh, they coming to save us. I like save us from what? Shit, we need to be saved from your asses. But all this nonsense, all these fake stories and stuff like that, you know. But it really did hurt me to see y'all had people that spent 10, 20, 30, 50 years of their life selling knickknacks, scraps, purchased their land, and then they built those homes on sweat. You had human beings that push, literally wagons in the streets. Human beings that polish shoes in the street. Human beings that sell little pates, little sodas, little drinks. People that sell ice shaving, all this stuff, only to have people that crave foreign lands, that crave resources that don't belong to them, countries that's not their country. We hear them scream, shareholder. Shareholder to what? Shareholder to what? That is something that needs to be answered. What are they shareholder to what? How can a man be a shareholder to something that don't belong to him? Shareholder to what? It's not your resource. It's not your land. Your ancestors didn't fight for it. So who gives you the right to start screwing? Shareholder to what? No one can answer me that. Who gave them their share? Who is giving them their share? Who in Port-au-Prince write off for them to get their share? What Haitian do we know that said, hey, you guys can come and get my share? Because basically it's the same game over and over and over again. Extraction at the expense of the place. I mean, goddamn, nothing been done for the place. They can't show you 1 kilometer roads they built. They can't show you one university they built. They can't show you one hospital they built. They can't show you one highway they built because they're extractionists. Extractionists do not build. This is what the world don't understand. Those people screaming, sure, oh good. They're extractionist people. You know, you can't force yourself down the throat of a nation. You can't force yourself to be their ruler. They don't want you as a ruler. Nobody wants you as a ruler. They want your ass off the drain. You gonna rape a whole fucking nation? You just gonna come in like I don't give a fuck. I'm coming in. and I'm living. No, you're not. Get your ass off the fucking terrain. It's time for y'all to go. Please take all that bad government shit. Take that somewhere else. This place had enough. This place OD'd on bad government. Now, y'all being told, leave it alone. But y'all want to force yourself. Don't be surprised if it's not received kindly. Y'all already hunkering down. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna create an enclave all over the damn place? What's gonna happen with your enclave when you have outside the gate the people cannot wait to get a piece of your ass? The fact is wrong. You don't move into someone's country when they tell you no. You don't steal people resources and not pay them. It's just pure extraction. I want to know, when is the United Nations going to tell the world that chaos over there is engineered, is manufactured to steal resources, to move in, live high off the horse. Oh, while we're here, we might as well help ourselves to their damn resources. While we're here, which we plan to be here, that's the real goal. They had a meeting. In the meeting they had a few Haitians in the room. I guess they didn't know that. They didn't know the people were Haitians. And everybody was stunned. The United Nations had let the cat out the bag. They said that their goal is to go live in Haiti for 50 years and suck up every ounce of resources in that place. And after they're done, the Haitian can have the land back with nothing in it. That's the real goal. And also, while they're there, they can own the land. They can live there. They'll be there 50 years. Once they're there for 50 years, the Haitians will actually will adjust to them moving in. The first 20 years they might have, but they're gonna have checkpoints and stuff like that. They're gonna bring their little apartheid shit there. That's the real goal, people. There is no other goal here. The goal is to move in. The goal is to do extraction. The goal is to dismantle the nation of Haiti. That is the real goal on the table. There is no other goal. It's so diabolical that they're looking for black faces. They're like, oh, we can use black people. What do you think they want black people for? They want black people so they can put them as guards to do what? To shoot, to kill the indigenous. The fact is, they don't want to kill Haitians themselves because they don't want that in them. They're like, oh, they went and they killed the people of that land because they got a whole lot of history of that. They said that shit in the meeting. They don't want that. So what they want black people to go over there and kill the Haitians for them, and they want brown people to go over there and kill the Haitians for them, and they're gonna pay them handsomely to shoot the fucking Haitians off their land, lands that belong to Haitians. You see, it's like a vicious cycle, man. Once they enter, they never leave. It's like they never leave. They never fold. They take an inch and an inch and an inch to the point they have 3/4 of our country. And now 3/4 will not satisfy them. They want the remaining 1/4. So basically, what they say, they want the whole fucking thing. This is what they're saying. You know, it's the same thing, man. They never change. Never ever change. It's like they never change their strike. It's always the same tactic. And the thing about the whole thing that make it so disingenuous, the fact that they talk about humanitarian. I'm like, shit, you motherfuckers creating a humanitarian crisis. What y'all did? You have 2 million of them sleeping out in the street, in sheets, in Port-au-Prince, the places that they burn these people homes out. People don't realize it. There's 2 million human beings sleeping on the street. Their homes were burned down. These homes, they spent 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years building with sweat. No one gave them shit. There was no government program for them to go to. And then another thing is that all the lands that were seized have owners. There's not 1 ounce of land that was confiscated that do not have a real owner to it. Because see, in Haiti, when people buy their land, people could spend 10, 15, 20 years just to buy a plot of land. And when they finally buy their plot of land, what they normally do is that first they got to clear the land out. Then they have to walk the land and figure out what they're going to do with the land. And then sometime it can take another 10, 20 years for them to even come up with the money to build their home. That is why it looked like there was vast open lands. None of the lands are empty. Every inch of the place already have an owner, and the owner is a Haitian. But when the international ass came in there, it's so disgusting what they did. They started snatching up land because they thought the lands were empty. The lands are not empty. Never was. The place been around for 200 some years. You have a lot of people who had the land of their ancestors snatched up from them, you know. And then you have this mining that's going on in the background. It's wrong. It's wrong what y'all done here. You know, it's really wrong what y'all did here, man. That organ harvesting, oh man, that takes the cake. Bringing apartheid to this country, that takes the cake. Mistreating the people, that takes the cake. Abusing them on lands that their ancestors fought for, stealing three-fourths of their land from them, creating an artificial country next to them that hate the umbilical cord, killing them, making them last class citizens in their own land every time there's an intervention. All of this is human rights violation. And this is the organization that's about human rights that's violating the rights of human beings. Violation number one told them not to come, but they so desperate. They are desperate for resources. Like I heard one chick, when whatever the new ambassador, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come from Kenya. I'm a shareholder. I want it to be good for us and them." What do you mean good for us and them? What do you mean that? We're not inviting you here. Ain't nobody sold you no share. Who sold you what? Nobody. Who sold these people a share of what? Who did these people pay? Did they pay the real owners? Are they going to undamage the real owners? Come on now, people. Come on. Come on. We're in 2025. You guys are still on some colonization bullshit? Jesus. What is wrong with y'all? Get a hold of yourself. Leave people alone. Please like and subscribe. They really get on my nerve. The ones that created the violence. This whole thing is fabricated for theft of land and theft of resource. You see these people? They'll never change. They will never, ever, ever, ever change.